Good evening everybody, and welcome to my Monday short stream where we're going to go through and check on our normal enchants, everything else we've got going on, and see if we can make some gold. We're currently sitting at, where are we at the moment? Bring my backpack over. Oh, come on backpack, you can move. There we go. 493,000 gold. So that's pretty decent. I'm quite happy with that. Especially as we've got some good stock of Chaos Crystals now, 713. So let's start with... Auction House Time, Jay Bloom, thanks for stopping by. How are you this fine evening? I hope you're doing well. We are... Epond, thank you for the follow as well. Excellent. Right, so first things first, let's have a look at mails. Not a lot of sales, but still some, 15,000. Thermal Anvil, we haven't sold one of those in a while. Fighter Chow, a couple of enchants. I imagine I got undercut quite quickly on those. So let's open those up and go straight into, let's just do a frame rate. Let's just go straight into cancelling those. Let's deselect all groups, go to the major sellers, run a cancel scan, and we'll get rid of these because I imagine there's going to be lots of undercuts. Well, that's interesting. Critical Strike has now gone below min price. Because my Chaos Crystal price has been going up and up and up, and the enchant prices have slowly been going down and down and down, there's kind of like a pinch point where it's no longer a profit. Obviously with the API being down as well, we're struggling a little bit in terms of working out what the exact profits are going to be. Hey Sephorium, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We're just having a look on everything we've been undercut on. Critical Strike and Mastery are no longer showing a profit according to this. 2.2 versus 2.7, so the threshold must be quite close. Comparing that with what's on. So I'm going to take these off and do a shopping scan as well, just to check on everything. I want to make sure that the prices are as good as they can be, really. And if I need to, I'll reset the market if I can. It depends on what they are, really. That's as far as that cancel scan will go. So let's run it again. See if we can catch some more undercuts. Crusader we've been undercut on. That hasn't sold as well as Elemental Force. Elemental Force seems to go much better than Crusader on this server. I know others have had better success. Right, one last one. Run a cancel scan, just see if there's any more that's got picked up. Yep, still a couple there that haven't come through yet. Do those. That should be enough, I think. Right, let's go pick all those up. Yeah, because we got a few extras. Oh, and some gold there actually, 1,500. Oh no, that was 15,000. Okay, must have had some sales just come in. That's handy. Just one mail to come in, I won't bother with that one. No, it is 1,500, not 15,000, I misread it. Right, so shopping scan wise, let's look at all the major sellers and see where we're at. So intellects at these are at crafting cost based on my average buy price, so this shouldn't be referencing the API in terms of profits, because this is just my crafting cost versus the price of what they're selling for here. And Crusader's definitely gone down to 2.9. Is that actually under my crafting cost? Now my crafting cost is 417. Also maybe that isn't. I'm sure that was. Let me just double check on that. I might have been talking rubbish. Okay. just double check that my operations for shopping was it 95% of average buy? Let's have a look. What was the group? Let's look at the group and Enchanting major sellers. Look at the group operation and okay, 95% of average buy. So that's not what I thought it was actually. Let's change that. What we actually want is we want to get rid of that and make a new operation. Right, so group management, no. Actually, do we want that? Sure, let's delete that. Ooh. Okay, we're going to have to do a reload on that. Okay, just need to recheck that to make sure my percentages, I want to see what that, oh, thank you, Gumdrops, for the host. It's very kind of you. Just going to see what that operation was and whether what that percentage actually reflected. It's on my average buy price. That's not really relevant. Oh, and Nutella Day for the host. Thank you very much. So major sellers. Let's have a look at this again. Right. So groups, major sellers, group operations. So the parent operation was 95% average buy, which, if we look at that, is the minimum between average buy and DB market. And obviously DB market is going to be based on the old auction house price. So what I'm going to do is go back to my group and I'm going to change that to what I thought I'd set it to anyway, which was, we're going to override that, create a new operation, and we're going to call this crafting cost. Now, maximum auction price. Is that such a thing, crafting cost? Crafting is, though, I think. Show auctions above max price. And let's have a look, see what that does. This is going to be interesting. This is a change. So shopping, let's turn that on. Run shopping scan. Don't know if that's changed or not. Okay. Yes, it has changed because elemental force is way over crafting costs. This is crafting cost as a percentage, I believe. So Crusader and elemental force and mongoose are a good percentage over my crafting cost. So like Crusader costs 417 to craft, and that's 3,000 profit based on a min buyout of 3,497. Okay, that looks like it. Let's just double check that. Let's use our math. So it was Crusader was 417, wasn't it? Let's move this back over this side. That'll be easier. So Crusader 417 gold. So we'll go to our calculator. There you go. 417 times 700. No, 718%. 2994 plus 417. Oh no, clear that. 2994 plus 417 equals 3411, which according to this Crusader, 3411 would be the price of that ish. I think that's about right. I think it's close enough for me to gauge that that's correct. So looking at this, there's not a big percentage of profits for Trained Soldier, Mastery and Critical Strike. They look to be quite low. Critical Strike, I've still got 33 of them. Mastery, I've got 8 of them. So is it worth resetting any of these based on this? So looking at Mastery, 2, 6. I mean, these will probably be better off reset towards Wednesday and Thursday, thinking about this. So I don't know whether it's worth doing it now because I haven't got the time to look at the auction house, and I might wait for Thursday, which might be better because I'd have to go quite a way higher on Mastery to up that. And Haste, what's Haste looking like? Accurate mouse, there we go. So Haste at 2700 and then 2781, 28. I mean, they could do with a big kind of shift in price, ideally. So I don't think we're getting a massive amount of profits with these. Looking at those, right, okay. So we'll leave them as they are for now, I think. And we'll do a post scan, select all and run a post scan. Oh, what have we got there? The scan's already in progress. Okay, the shopping scan's already in place. Okay, let's deselect that and run a post scan. So these will be our enchants going back on, but no sales incoming at the moment. Okay. It's not too bad. We're doing okay so far. So let's get those on. Then at least we can have some enchants on. Now looking at other things I might want to drop off is deselect all. Let's have a look at cooking. Let's run a cancel scan on that. Hey Z, thanks for stopping by. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Doing great here. We're just going through some cancels, trying to make sure all our stuff is on at a decent price for the next hour at least. See if we can capture some sales. That's done, and then we're going to go and just check on the tailoring. I've upped the silk weave satchels to 24 because those have been doing really well. Been undercut on a few shirts, it would seem. Some of those have sold actually, the old Dalaran ones have sold, so that's quite nice. Alright, quite a lot of pages to cancel for the tailoring though. Let's hope we can catch most of them. Oh, just one item not found. Okay, oh, couple more. Right. Let's run one more cancel scan on that. Hey Sub-Level B, how are you? Doing well here, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Just going through some cancels here at the moment. We have a lot of undercuts we want to reset and reorganize. That's a lot it missed actually on that cancel. There we go, let's try again. Confirming, oh, let's leave that at that. Good, thanks, just had some nice Mediterranean pork chops. Nice. Back to milling herbs forever. At least now the stream's on. Excellent, yes. Some of these things do take kind of like, they are quite monotonous. Oh, thank you Emery for the host. They're quite monotonous. I've got the same with crafting all my bracers. That can take quite a while. Is it worth me doing a reset? No, what I'll do is I'll just put those on. Got to find out profit per cloth for enchanting, and then for the bags and compare. Do you mean for the silkweave satchels, Sephorium? Because looking at where I was at, there's quite a decent profit on those already. Because of my average buy price, they're not doing too bad. From my last calculation, always double check though. It's always worth triple checking everything, just to make sure, like I did with that shopping scan on the enchants. Oh, thank you Sub-Level B for the host. That's very kind of you. Thank you for those who have joined in. $90 cloth. Yes, I believe so. Moved it over. It was on auto someone else. Okay. Thank you, Sub-Level B. It's very kind of you. Right. Ooh, sold a claw. That's 12 braces, which could be leyline. I see your point actually. Yes, it could be better used elsewhere. And how much profit do 12 braces give? Well, 12 braces would give me 12 leylight minimum, and a leylight's about 51 gold. So yeah, that's a good point actually. So that could be leylight wasted. Now my reasoning behind it was a different market, so sales in one is diverse, but there's no point if it's going to lose me money if I could better use it on leylights. It's all about variety, you find. Craft and sell stuff that hardly gives me profit, as well as the stuff that makes you over 1,000. It's all about keeping things moving. Yes, that's true. And the bloods, that's another thing to consider. There is a percentage on the bloods. I do like, especially on a low pop server, the diversity angle does help. And as I've got a good stock of Shaldor'eii Silk at the moment, just over 5,000, I'm happy to take a few over to the satchel side. Obviously I wouldn't want to exclusively... Yes, I don't have enough bloods a lot of the time, and that's the way to get them. You speak a lot of sense, Sephorium. I do need to do... The problem with my bloods has actually been because I haven't been doing any braces. To be honest, I've just been kind of a bit lazy on it. So I really do need to just go through a session and do some braces. I might do that later on in the stream actually. Once I've done all my bits and pieces here, get a few braces going, see if we can get some more bloods. We'll check the missions as well. But yeah, what I really need to do is get some braces. I've got a whole load of stone hide that needs converting as well, so I need to really get over 50 bloods, and then I'm in a much stronger stock position. Definitely. Right, that's all of that on. Not when you're taking away from one area to feed another. Yes, exactly. It's about balancing, isn't it? Hey, Alpha Test 1, thanks for stopping by the chat. Thank you for... Do you have all the blood? Do you have the blood enchant on the shoulders? Yes, I do. If you have endless material, then yes, diverse is good. Yeah, it's that balancing act really, and at the moment, blood supply is actually non-existent. Let's have a quick look, see if there's any good missions up. There's a 5 there. Enchant ring, word of haste. That'll be worth doing, and maybe picking up some bacon. Drogba style salmon's just sold. So let's, whilst we're here, let's have a look at chaos crystals, because these have been going up quite a lot. 419 is now the base price. I think I'm going to leave that for now. I mean, there's 1500. That's actually the most stock I've seen for quite a while there. So someone's got a good stock, but that price at 444 is really not going to be worth it for my current stock levels. Cooking seems to be selling quite well. Let's make sure I've restocked on all of those. Let's check my auctions, make sure that's gone. Okay, you can, but materials for Sam are not always available at good prices. This is true. This is very true. Maybe spend an hour, maybe half, just farming cloth. Probably get a few bloods too. Away, everything. Yes, but then there is the it may be free terms of gold, but there is the opportunity cost of that hour could be better spent somewhere else making gold. So it's a good idea not to disregard the time it takes you to do things. So be clear the queue. Let's just check our restocks, what we need to make. Major sellers. No, I don't think TSM's going to like this, because maybe the API being down is causing some problems. There we go, added to queue from group. There we go. Chaos crystals is certainly a limiting factor on this server. I mean, actually to see someone with 15 stacks of 100 is actually unusual for this server. I've never seen that much for a long while. Right, what I think I'll do is see if we can do it with the cooking. And add to queue. No, that's the same, so it's more than one profession. Clicked add to queue with different group. Okay, so it's not going to be that easy with the current iteration of TSM to do an easy group restock. So what I'm going to concentrate on next is getting some bloods. Time and money and all that. I find it useful though to farm things yourself sometimes, even if you could easily buy them. Profit margins are larger, also adds variety to what I do. That's an important point actually, Z, is variety, because you've got to, at the end of the day, make sure, number one, that you're having fun in the game. And if having fun means you mix it up a little bit and you go off doing things, then by all means I would definitely recommend doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over and pick up the 5 bloods, and then we're going to pick up that bacon world quest that was there as well. Probably worth stopping by Nomi whilst we're here. Don't know if I did him this morning. Can't remember. Let's have a look. We've got some missions to do, and we've got a few to pick up actually. So let's do those whilst we're here. Right. Looking a bit busy here. Right. Nomi first. Pick up our work orders. Prepared ingredients. Oh, we got a scrap. That's good. You got lucky last week farming linen and wool in wetlands. You had 2 crimson whelplings drop as well, and a boatload of blues like feet of the lynx and sentry cloak and such. Not bad for an hour. And a few hundred cloths. That's pretty good. Nice bit of variety there, definitely. You never know what random stuff you're gonna get.
Please browse my wares.
Right, let's clear that queue. Don't need that. Okay, we just got lay bloods, it looks like, left in the queue. No, we haven't. We got rune scale koi and big gamey ribs. So let's do. What have we got? Let's do a few fighter chow. Let's close that. We can only do 1 actually. There we go. Cloths are readily available on the auction house. Sometimes you'd rather go out and see what else you can find whilst obtaining them. You never know when you might get lucky, that's for sure. Right, let's do... What else? I think I'm just a bit low on stock of stuff here, so... Fatty bear steak, let's fill up with those. Great all. And then we have some Nomi snacks, so I'm going to eat those and pick up all those work orders. Another scrap. How many scraps have we got now? 8. Okay, 2 more off. That's not bad. What do we need next then? Lay blood, Stormray. Let's do a few Stormrays. They're 15 gold, so I don't want too many. Let's do 5. Oh, I can only do 3 anyway. I need to pick up some more cooking ingredients, it would seem. Also beats spending all day looking at the auction house UI. Yes. Although I do enjoy that. Right, I'm going to get a couple of slices of bacon in here. And then we're going to do the rest lay blood. Lost out on a few glyph sales as your competition was online and undercutting. But your extra fines more than made up for that loss. Yeah. And the main thing is you had fun. Above and beyond anything else. Right. Prepared ingredients. How many do we have? Where's prepared ingredients? So we only have 9, so we don't have quite enough. Right, okay. So onwards and upwards. Go to the class order hall. We'll finish these off. That's that done. And then we're going to go into the order hall missions. Don't know what's available at the moment, so we'll have a look and see what we've got. You value fun over the 10k you lost out on, especially as you've now got 220 quid worth of blues and pets to sell from. Yeah, well, hopefully those come through. It's definitely definitely a chance there. Okay, veiled argonite we got, some gold, and an extra gold. Ooh, there's good bloods here for 200. Actually, I need to pick up before I start this. I need to pick up those guys. And then I can do it for So yeah, we definitely want some bloods going. Oh, it's expensive, order hall resources, but we have got it at 200% chance, and I've got 8,500, so I'm happy with those numbers. What else have we got? Might do some more Veiled Argonite, because I kind of do need that. And then the rest is artifact power. Anything up at 200. Yep, that one. Let's do that one. There we go. Okay. Ah, good evening, Ignis. Thanks for stopping by. Wow, that's a lot of priests in my order hall. I've never seen so many. Right. But none of them were wearing a chef's hat. That's the main thing. That is lots of priests. I was surprised at that. Maybe people are levelling them more. Although this is 110, so maybe they've already levelled them. Maybe there's another demand for priests, perhaps. Or maybe I just phased in. Hey, Thor's Hammer. Thanks for stopping by the chat. Hope you're doing well tonight. Okay. So, missions-wise, we want this one. This is in Stormheim. There's that for 2. Might as well do them both, actually. And then move on over to the bacon, which is over here. Okay. Let's, where are we facing? Might as well pick up a flight. That way I can stretch my legs as we're flying. Okay. So, we're going to go Stormheim first. Let's do this one, then we can go down here. Or should we ignore that one and just go straight to the other one? No, let's do this one first. Okay, I'll do this one. There we go. Right. So looking at what we've got, we're not doing too badly. Just going to stretch my legs out. There we go. So, yes. Let's have a look. Where are we at? So, the kind of enchants and cooking I haven't done a restock on because of the TSM crashing at in its current iteration. So that is limiting me in terms of knowing which ones I need to restock on, especially with the API being down. So I've got 2 options. I could either leave it and wait for the API to come and TSM to come back up, or I could guess a little and do it manually like I used to, just check my stock levels and make a few. That could be an option. Or I just leave it and see how it goes. Whilst we're here, let's just go in and select these and that and that. Okay, and the first one we're going to do is this. Oh no, it's changed. That one. Number 2. There we go. Alright. Looks like we might be dropping some frames though. Hopefully not too many to disrupt the stream. Okay, right. Onwards for some bloods. So the first one is down here somewhere. I wonder if it's in a cave. It's good. Oh, thanks. Thanks, sub-level B. Good to know it's not causing too much problems. I always worry when OBS gives me a little red light in the corner. Right. Initiate the search. Anyone here? No groups? No. Okay. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's do some proper fighting on this guy. There we go. Sam, I'm going to ask a question. I know you can't reveal specifics due to the agreements and such. Does a small-scale streamer such as yourself see any financial benefit return from subs? Always been reluctant to sub to a small streamer because I never understood how it works with Twitch. I think it works the same whether it's, you know, as a small streamer or whether you're a large streamer. The percentages are still the same as far as I know. So it's down to numbers really. Depending on, you know, obviously the larger streamer has more subs, so it's more financially viable for them. And as a smaller streamer, you get less subs, but it's still the same. You get. There we go. Oh, we're done. So it's all the same, just smaller percentages, as far as I know. Right, I'm just going to loot this. Ooh, what did we just pick up there? Brief history. Okay, I need to leave the group and fly. And then we head this way. Ooh, not onto the cliff. So 50% of the $5 go to the streamer, unless partnered. Yes, I think that's right, isn't it? Sub-level B. And then I don't know what partners get percentage-wise, whether it's more or less. Actually, in the affiliate partner fact on Twitch, yes. So it's not secret knowledge or anything like that. It's out there. I think one of the things you can't talk about if you're a partner is your contract, as far as I know. But that's just for partners. Right, I need to make what do I need to make? Word of haste. We need word of haste. One of those, please. And craft next in queue. No problem, yeah. Partner has limitations on what you can talk about. Okay, yes. I mean, from my point of view, you know, anyone who subs or cheers or donates, showing appreciation, whether you're big or small, you know, that's someone's hard-earned money that they're willingly giving to support someone, which is, you know, massive in my eyes. So certainly not expected, but people that do, you know, I appreciate what it takes to do that. So it certainly gets my love. Right, we need to move over to Bacon Land, which is here. So we'll get ourselves a nice big dragon to ride. There we go. I'll let that go. And how are we doing? What else do we pick up there? So we've got some artifact power. Broken scraps is looking good. We're 2 away from getting another recipe. And we're now up to 7 bloods for that. Need to do some bracers once we've done all these bits. Don't think I'll do the garrison today in this stream, but I'll come back to it next stream on Wednesday. If I don't do it Wednesday, I'll do it Thursday. Figured it was just one where specifics could be talked about on a basic sub level. Oh, okay. If the streamer sees much benefit or return from it, you're more inclined to support streamers now once you're financially stable again. Absolutely. it's all down to your own personal circumstances. I would never suggest anyone gives what they don't have, and if you have it and you'd like to give it, then it's appreciated, but if you don't have it, then that's equally fine too. Just hanging out and chatting and following and being a part of the community is awesome as it is. No money required to have fun. Right, how are we doing? Wardens, Argosian Reach. Okay, that's interesting. Haven't really done many emissary caches of late. Haven't really focused on that. I did look up earlier what I thought was the Pillars of Creation quest that I did the other stream for the Heart of Ashari. Actually is just the start of the ancient artifacts appearance, and there's a whole huge quest line that I need to do, and then I've got a whole load of insurrection stuff here from Crackdown. Allow Oculus to teleport you. That starts off a big massive quest. I'd like to finish them from a story point of view, so those are going to be on the list to do when I've got a longer stream. Not tonight though. I'm just going to do these bloods, and then we're going to head to the auction house after that. Right, we need to head in this direction. Now, what do we have in here? Best way to support small-time streamers is really with attendance. Attendance helps a lot. With attendance, more people see the listing, and small timer may see an increase in donations and subs just by being present. Whoop! Ran into a tree whilst I was reading that. Yes, that's absolutely right. It's where am I going? Here we go. Perfect there. Yeah, those viewer numbers do count, especially when you're a small streamer. It really helps. It's all about the visibility. The way Twitch structures the listing, with those with more views go at the top. Oh, we've got Bloodhunter's Quarry. How many do we get? We got 3. Excellent. Right, that's done. Let's head straight back to the auction house now. How are we up to bloods wise? Up to 10 bloods. Excellent. Okay, so now that we've done that, got some bloods. Let's just clear some. Don't always do that. My non-accurate clicking. Right. What I think I'm going to do is clear some space in my bags so we can make some bracers. Okay, so miscellaneous, let's put this here. So we seem to have another one, and another pet, and another pet there. And then any spare things like sumptuous fur we can put there. And then cooking, we've got, what's that from? Oh, that's from Gumdrops' stuff. Okay, we'll pop that here. And can't move the tailoring, but we can do the cooking. So let's do the bacon, big gamey ribs, eggs. Just put all the cooking away for now. I'll do some cooking in a bit, I think, just to help with the restocks. But for now, we'll just clear out our stuff. All these probably need to go into my Actually, the Draenor stuff we can put in here. Draenor herbs, Nagrand Arrow Bloom, Starflower, and Talador Orchid. Those are all the Draenor ones. We've got a couple of spare bits here we just don't really need. Unbroken Claws. Wild Jade's a good one. That's Enchanting though. We need that in Enchanting. And Cooking is Aethril and Foxflower. And Slightly Burnt Food. Rhino Dogs will move here. Baby Spice. Oh, can't do that. Is that soulbound? No. Old Spices is soulbound. That we can just consume. Where was that? There it is. Okay, we're just making some space. Oh, Draenic Seeds. Let's put some of this stuff in the bank, the soulbound stuff.
What can I do for you?
So that will be that, and that. Just gonna move all these over, and that we need prepared ingredients, and we'll move the hex weave over. Okay, so we just got our enchants here. We'll probably need to pick up some silk though.
Have a good one.
And some runic catgut. So we'll go here and we'll pick up a few stacks of silk and a couple of stacks of runic catgut. There we go. Right. Okay, we're in a good position now. I do want to look at some enchants. Need to see my stock levels of enchants. So let's have a look at what we've actually got on the auction house. My auctions. Enchant, I guess, is probably the easiest. We got critical strikes. Can we order it by item name? Let's do it by group. Ring. Okay, here we go. So we've got loads of hastes. Bit low on versatilities, but they don't sell so much. Critical strikes masteries are a little low. We've only got 4 of those. So we're going to go and make a few masteries. So that was tailoring I clicked on by mistake. And now we go enchanting. Right, okay, so we want binding of mastery. Maybe have another 3 of those in the queue. And then let's have a look at cloaks, auctions I've got on. I've got a couple of agilities, 3 intellects, 3 strengths. So maybe, let's see, agilities according to this aren't that good a profit. Where are they at? 5-7 versus strength, which is at 5-6, and intellect is 6-1. I think I'm going to do another 1 just onto that, and then next are the ones you really want to keep an eye on. Don't have many of these. Claw we've got 3 of, Hidden Satyr, Trained Soldier. What else have we got that we could make? distant army potentially, depending on what the profit really is. I think I might leave it at that. Right, so I'm going to make these. And throw these on the auction house. Auctioning and run a post scan. There we go. Looks like we have been undercut on our other enchants anyway. So let's get those on. I'm not going to bother cancelling those other ones just yet. Because what I'm going to do first is set off my tailoring. Go to the classic UI. And I'm going to make a load of braces. Whilst we're making the braces, we'll run a cancel scan. Deselect all groups. Major sellers, run cancel scan. There we are, doing two things at once. Okay, is that everything? Now, will my macro work on the cancels? Oh, we're destroying as well as cancelling, perhaps. Not the best idea. So now, let's exit out of that and that. Pick these up. And who says we can't multitask? I can multitask, but with my screen resolution, I don't have the screen space to be able to get all my screens up as I would like. Let's select all bar the base, run a post scan. Now, whilst I do a destroy, once I've posted these on, there we go. Hey Rock Goldmaker, thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you this evening? Hope you're doing well. We're going to move this over here and we're going to run a sniper just to see if anything gets picked up whilst we destroy these. Doesn't seem to be working. I wonder if I need to close that and do a TSM destroy again. Oops, didn't mean to jump. There we go, that works. Better. Oh, we've got a blood there as well. Excellent. Move that there, then we'll move that here, run a buyout, and click destroy next. Doing okay. Oh, that's good to hear.
I can't use that.
I will run through these disenchants whilst having a look to see if anything pops up on the sniper. And hopefully get some bloods out of this little operation as well. Chaos Crystal would be nice, but bloods are the main thing we're after. And we can do this again, and we'll see if we can pick up anything else. Hope they fix their API soon. Yeah, me too, because I'm kind of guessing how much stock I need to make of things and what their prices are. And TSM seems to be crashing whenever I do. Whenever I do a group restock, so I definitely could do with that. There we go. Let's create these. Make a fresh batch. We'll move this over here so I can see everything. What's that? Gut render. What's a gut render? Item level 41. Requires 36. And that looks like a way overinflated local market value. Someone's put that at 1.2 million. And the region sale average is, even that's quite high at 105,000. Won't be buying that. And what's that? Helm of the Rock Slab. Again, that's way over region market value. So those both look like inflated items that I wouldn't buy. Interesting though to see things coming up. Don't normally see stuff coming up. But yeah, that's actually no, that's buyouts of 735. So that is actually more like region. Not quite cheap enough though. Not quite for a sniping bargain. It's just 75% compared to the market value here. Right. How is our bags doing? Still making our braces. So that's good. Right. Sam, gut render used to be worth over 1 million. Really? Did it really? Why? What makes gut render so nice? And that's selling for what's that? Selling for 19,000 or 20,000. It's currently selling for. Price has been reporting dropping to as low as 20k since a new patch with the dungeon scaling. Ah yes, with new. Could be a good transmog piece, yeah. Can't stream today, you have to clean your house. Well, that's a good reason. Rock gold maker. Houses don't clean themselves, unfortunately. So 20,000 is kind of like the new price on it, and it would look like. I would look it up on the Undermine, and it couldn't be obtained for ages. Yes. One of the ones that got removed. Right, I see. Right, I think we've got enough enough of those for now. How's our bags looking? Yep, that's a lot of braces. Right. /TSM destroy. Okay, we'll keep the snipe scan running whilst we have a look at destroying this lot. Oh, solder binding agility. It's now back in with the new dungeon loot tables. Yeah, so there is a lot of stuff coming in. So I think prices are gonna drop on some of those rarer things. So you've got to be careful what you snipe. I think you may not get what you think is a bargain if it's now readily available because the price was artificially high. Right, what I think I might do is cancel this sniper scan because I think it's affecting my TSM destroying, and I don't want to accidentally buy stuff off the sniper. So I'll just let my wheel mouse do the working for this. Get this done as quickly as possible. Although TSM is throwing a little fit. Wildhead comments are a good place to check if you're curious about an item. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. You can check the comments. Generally get an idea. Oh, another Blood of Sargeras. You get an idea as to what kind of like the general people think about something, even if you're looking at something that's kind of like an old comment. I was looking a bit sluggish to the old Disenchanting today. It still says gut render is unavailable and this buyout price of 1.1 million. Okay, but people are now reporting new drops. Yeah, it's one of it's a real. Whenever these new sort of markets or things change in the game and new stuff comes in, I'm always a bit wary about jumping in. I mean, I know you can make a lot of gold. You could also lose a lot of gold that way. So I'm quite a cautious player, especially when it comes to making gold. So I tend to not rush into these gold rushes, as they were. But I know that's where some good profits can be made if you're at the cutting edge. I'm always on a catch up really, because I don't play a lot comparatively to other people. And I've missed a fair chunk of the game, so I'm always on catch-up. There's still stuff like in Pandaria I want to do, Warlords of Drain of Flying I want to do, and still some quests I want to do. I want to finish the Argus storyline. So there's still a lot that I haven't made time for. So I'm always kind of like one of these people. I consider myself still a casual player. But those that have done everything and don't have all those things in their head that they want to do, ooh, Chaos Crystal, and they can go and pursue these new things because there's not much else for them to do in the game. So it's interesting. That's why you checked Wildhead for it with the new loot tables. Prices will tank on a lot of gear, so it's a good thing to be cautious. Yeah, I think so. I think I'd prefer to sort of lose that wildly variant profit margin in favour of a more consistent profit margin. But that's just my kind of style of play. And everyone else will do other things that's fun for them. I mean, other people would like the fun of chasing after those things. I can see the appeal, but for me in my relaxed stream, it's probably too much energy for me. How are we doing for time? Probably gonna have to wrap up the stream after this lot of disenchants, because my family will be returning home soon. I'd like to say hello to them. And then I'll be back on same sort of time on Wednesday to do the same sort of thing. I'm hoping to get some good sales for Wednesday reset day. I'll try and make sure I've got a good stock of enchants ready. I've got Chaos Crystals now, and I've got some Bloods. So, how many Bloods have I got now? 14. Not a lot, but I've got some at least. So, I'll try and do some more braces maybe tomorrow morning. See if we can get a few of those going. So all in all, I think pretty successful. We didn't make a lot of gold this session, but we did some good maintenance, and we actually no, we do have 15,000 coming in on some sales, so that's not bad. Mark of the Claw, haste and agility. Got some stuff that's about to run out. I'll have to check that later, see if I can get some more things. But we've got some good stock here. Well, we've got 571,000 worth of stock, so that's double my money if all that sold. So we're all right, and we've got good stock levels of Chaos Crystals at 694. Leylight we've got just under 1,000 of. And then we've still got the 4,000 Shaldor'eii Silk. So stock levels are okay. We've got plenty of cooking stock as well. So all in all, I'm quite happy with that. So on that note, shall we see if there's anyone around we can host? I can't see. We have a couple of choices for gold makers. We've got Konzek 89's on and Arganth's on. If anyone has any preferences for hosting them, feel free to shout out in chat. Otherwise I'll just pick one at random and then we can finish it up. I know Arganth is depends on your Portuguese really with her, so and Konzek I haven't seen in a while, so I'm not sure what I think is, well, both of them are certainly going to be more upbeat streams compared to mine, so we'll see how things are. I think we might do Konzek. Let's have a look. Let's wait for the ad to run through. Make sure that's muted. There we go. Wait for that ad to run. And then we can run a host on him. Yeah, I'll move that up there. Right, well, let's just type that out. So I'm ready. So, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. Your company has been really appreciated. So, thank you all. You made some good gold today. Well, good stock gold. Not actual gold, but some good stock gold. And shared some stuff. So, that's all good. And I shall see you hopefully next time on Wednesday. So, have a great evening everyone. And I shall see you next time. Goodbye.